guys, welcome to T.L.B.P, two Latin brothers. We also go by, T.L.B.P, in case some of you didn't know. So, this is episode 5.
This is episode 5.
That's good.
Yeah, it's cinco. I don't know what to call it. So how's your week been? Since it's been a week since we literally last recorded this.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I just finished my exams.
Okay.
That's good.
How do you think you did?
I think I did pretty well.
Think you did pretty well?
Yeah. I went to go volunteer at my elementary school today for...
You mean your old elementary school?
My old elementary school. For some volunteer hours. Because, it's something you need.
Yeah.
You need 40 hours to graduate.
Yeah.
So, I went to go volunteer. I ended up organizing maybe over 1,000 books.
1,000 books?
For my teacher.
Wow.
Well, my previous teacher.
Your previous teacher?
Previous teacher. No longer in elementary school.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was like, wait, your previous teacher? That doesn't sound right.
Yeah. So I ended up doing that for most of the day. Then for, the last period, I ended up going to another previous teacher. And I basically told him about how high school works. Basically had this, whole on-the-spot presentation. It's like, here you go. Okay, now talk. And
Okay, so this is how it goes, guys. This is how we do it.
Yeah.
Get ready to be divided into social groups. Be ready for people to start fighting each other. Be ready for people to do crazy things. Get ready for people to just stop being your friend.
No, but most of the kids just ended up asking me certain courses you can take, stuff like that. How different it is from what.
Well, yeah, because you don't really feel the difference till you enter. I want to say grade 11, because in grade 11 you have a lot more choices of what you want to take. There's more electives as opposed to normal stuff like the math, science. You still have to take phys ed. You still have to take English.
In grade 10 you don't have to.
In grade 9 you do.
Yeah, grade 9 you do.
Yeah, so when you first show up, you have to take science, math, English, phys ed, French, because we're Canadian.
You have to pick 2 arts, and that's basically the only options you got. Pick the art you use.
Yeah. And then there's the dirty arts, but you get to pick your art at least.
Yeah.
Because there's drama, there's
dance.
There's dance.
There's guitar.
Well, it depends what high school you go to, because not every high school offers that.
Yeah. There's wood shop. So tech.
I think it's one of those, I don't remember where I was going with that, honestly. You know what? There are a few, little things, like that.
Yeah.
That, when you're in elementary school, you have to take drama, you have to take music, and you have to take art.
Yeah. You don't get to choose. The schedule's made for you.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. And then, when you're in grade, as of grade 11, you can have a spare.
Well, also it's not like you can be I want to switch out of this class, and be I have music with this teacher and switch out to art. You can't do that.
Yeah. Actually, when I was in grade 9, all the art classes were at the exact same time. So music, art, and drama were all at the same time, because we didn't have dance back then. But if you wanted to switch, you could go into the art class or do the drama class, or vice versa.
Nice.
So I remember the first week or two, because you can switch.
Yeah.
You could see people people would switch. They'd be like, oh, I want to be in drama instead of music, or I want to be in music instead of drama, and people randomly on the second week people would be showing up and you'd be like, who's this guy?
Yeah. Well, in my previous school, actually, the elementary school. Well, now what they do is they have music right in the morning, and then they have the following period is because there's different classes, they have to move everything around.
Yeah.
So they have music in the morning, and then they have drama at the end of the day.
Oh wow.
And then they have art in the middle.
Oh wow.
So it's scattered. Before it was drama midday, art in the morning, and they switched everything around.
Oh yeah. Well, they also do it for the teachers.
Yeah.
Because they get bored of
the same cycle.
Well, no, it'd be the same schedule every day, right? You'd get bored.
Yeah, but there's because in my school, in the previous school I had, there was day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. So
you guys had 6 days in the week.
6 days in the 6 days in the week.
And now you only have 2.
Yeah, now because I'm in high school.
You don't got to. But it's like
only two. There are two last classes switch.
Yeah.
So it kind of gets funny because I've walked into the wrong class because I didn't know what day it was.
Well,
there's only 2 days to keep.
Yeah, but it goes odd number, even number, odd number, even number.
I know. Yeah. For context with the date. So if like let's say it's the 2nd. Yeah. Obviously it'd be this like.
Yeah.
Day 2.
But like, what's really funny is like if there's like a long weekend and the last day was an even number. So the day you come back will also be an even number. So because of that, you'll have to what is it? You'll have 2 day 2s back to back. Yeah. So you don't mess up the schedule.
But most of the times it's fine. So
most of the times you don't even notice.
No, I notice. It's just we don't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
Like, we don't care. We're going to end up going to class anyways.
So that's what you did. You did exams and you went to volunteer. That's what you did.
Volunteer. Yeah, that was my day.
You mean your week? Your week, you did your exams.
Yeah, that was my week.
Because you didn't do all that in one day.
Yeah, so I did that. I spent most of my day volunteering.
Well, today.
Yeah, today. Volunteering. And I spent most of my time in the book room, as I said.
Yeah.
Just organizing books. And then a helper was sent to help me. So then we started doing that. We really didn't get that far at all.
Oh, wow. See, in my case, I had to go to my placement, whereas this thing I have to do part of my program, and then I have like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I have classes. So, for example, today's Friday, the same day we're recording, we're uploading, for all of those who are wondering, just today, because we were busy this week. Also because my brother had exams and I didn't want to
impose.
No, I didn't want to. I didn't want to. I didn't want to take up time you could have used to be studying or doing other stuff.
But actually, I ended up going to the previous person we've had on the podcast, Thomas.
Yeah.
Just go check that out. I went to his hockey game, so I technically ended up using.
Right, but that was on Sunday night though.
Yeah, but on Monday I had an exam anyways. So.
I know, but you came home to study. Right, but there's certain things I'm not gonna be like, hey, I'm not gonna be like, the podcast is more important than your future life. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not gonna do that. But there are so in my case this week, so I did my placement, which I'm not allowed to talk about. For anyone who's wondering, I'm not allowed to talk about. And then Wednesday, I remember what did I do Wednesday?
I don't know.
Wednesday I have a 3-hour class. But we rarely ever go the full 3 hours. Like, we'll go 2.5 hours, and then
the teacher will be like, "I'm done."
He'll be like, "No," he'll be like, "And I'm done," because he's like, "I don't want to be here anymore." And because the weather's been so bad, and we're on the first floor, it gets so cold in there.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And it's so the college I'm at, it's so bizarre. Some rooms or some buildings will be super super hot. And other buildings will be like, they have the AC on. It's like, wait, this is Canada. It's like -15 outside. Why you turning on the AC, bro?
Yeah.
But then there's like other buildings that feel like you're walking into like a sauna. It's like just like burning in there. And you're like, why is it so hot? And you're like taking off your jacket, you sweat. You're like, I can't take off my shirt.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's crazy. And then there are actually on Thursday, so yesterday.
I had a little brain
I couldn't think of it. I'm gonna edit that out. So yesterday, in one of my classes, some of the wall plugs don't have power.
Oh.
So
it's just a dead plug.
Yeah. So I've literally seen people try to plug in their charger for their phone, and they're like, and then all of a sudden they'll be like, why is it not charging? And they'll check their charger, check they'll pull out their thing, put it into a different one, and pull it out to put it into a different. They'll go all the way down the row trying it, and I'm like, it just doesn't. And sometimes I tell them, and sometimes I don't, because it's just funny watching them do it.
It's like, depending on how you feel that day.
Well, yeah, but
I'm gonna tell you, no, never mind.
But it's funny because it's like literally you're just watching them take it out, put it in, take it out, put it in. It's like trial and error, but it's always an error. It's never gonna be good. But it's
one
really
day
funny.
It works for somebody, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. You're like, they finally fixed the power, guys. But it's really funny because everyone has to have their laptop charged before they go to class. Yeah. So there'll be people they'll be in the middle of class and it's a 2-hour class. They'll be an hour and a half in and their laptop will just shove and they'll be like, oh, I just lost all the notes.
Yeah. Well, technically I don't have that problem because we use Chromebooks in my school.
Mm-hmm.
So like everything's like automatically saved on your drive.
Oh yeah, but like say if you're on Word, and your laptop just shuts off.
Yeah, you lost everything.
Unless of course like it like the auto recovery kicked in.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, because it doesn't always work. But like it's
actually I know some people that like they use Word, but what they do is they write everything on the drive, so that way if that ever happens or something happens, it's automatically saved.
Yeah, well, like
they just copy it, dump it. You know?
Yeah. See, in my case, it's like one of the things like it's already happened to me where I'm like typing and then my laptop will shut off. But I was like, I can't remember why I was doing it on OneNote. So I'd pull out my phone and keep typing on the same note on my phone. I was like, okay, I got this. Like my laptop.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's saved. It's all good.
Laptop dies, I'll just pick up where I left off on my phone.
Yeah.
It's really funny because like I was in like the second back row and I must have looked like I didn't care at all the rest of that class because I was like just sitting there on my phone, twiddling my thumbs.
Actually, now that we're talking about computers dying, today when I was volunteering, I had to write down like a list of like all the books that we had, so that way they could like see which books they needed to order or not order. And the computer shut off halfway of me finishing like the name of the book.
Wow.
So it shut off, and then I'm just like, okay, I'm done with this room. So I closed it. I put the bin with a bunch of books.
Is this by like where you guys have the lunchrooms, that like weird little room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, where the lunchroom used to be, because it's on the opposite end now.
Oh, that's right. What is that room now?
I don't know.
Do they use it?
No, wait, it's the kindergarten class.
Really?
The lunchroom now is the kindergarten class.
So what's the lunchroom? The kindergarten class?
What's the kindergarten? What do you mean? What's the kindergarten class?
Yeah.
That's where the lunchroom used to be.
Okay, so what about the old kindergarten class? What do they use it as for now?
Oh, I think the school doesn't have that room being used. I think.
So they moved it
because there's a section of the school that was going to be used for a daycare that was going to be held at that school.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just like a couple of empty rooms not being used because they were supposed to move in at the beginning of the year, but they didn't.
Oh wow!
So there's just a couple of empty rooms that they're not allowed using.
So there's empty rooms in the school.
Yeah, and the school is like, let's say the school gets more students.
Yeah,
they're gonna lose more rooms. So like the art teachers.
Yeah,
they're being like put into like
the same room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Okay,
like
so
teachers. Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I knew that already.
Yeah,
because I was there last year.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about the kindergarten. I didn't know the kindergartens were moved. I thought they stayed in the same spot.
No, they were moved.
That's interesting. That was a big room though.
Yeah.
That other room is not big enough.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep.
That must be an adventure.
Yeah. Like I got there and I was so disoriented. I'm like, I can't find the right door.
Did they knock down the wall?
No, they didn't knock down any walls.
No, I mean like, cause you know how it used to be lunchroom, right? How they had all those fridges there.
Oh yeah.
Did they get rid of that section?
I don't really know. I didn't really enter those classrooms. You know, I'm not.
I would have walked in just to see. I would have been like, if someone would have asked, like, what do you do? I just want to see, like,
how it's changed.
Yeah, honestly, like,
yeah.
What are you gonna do, kind of thing.
Yeah, I saw a lot of teachers. Like, I literally entered the school, and they're just like, "Oh, hi, Victor." I'm like, "Oh, hi." And she's like, "How'd exams go?" I'm like, "It went okay. I hope."
Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll find out in like a couple of days. Like, literally 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
I'll know how my life is going if I need to do something again.
Yeah.
I remember I used to go a lot too when I was in high school, and there was a teacher there who she's like, they should get you like your own room. You should just start teaching here. At this point, you're here as much as I am. Like, you should just start teaching here.
Like, what's it called? My friend, she was also volunteering at the school at the same time.
Oh, wow.
And as soon as she got to the school, she's the math teacher's just like, "Okay, give a lesson." And she's just like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, here's the textbook. Pick a question and teach them."
Yeah, like,
she's just like, "Oh, okay."
I remember when I was in grade 12, we had to teach as review. Mm-hmm. We had to go over something in front of the class. So basically, like, reteach the lesson. Yeah. And when I did mine, I was like, when I was talking in the middle of writing stuff on the board, my voice cracked. I was like, that was awkward. I kept writing. And everyone was like, it's okay, man, calm down. And I'm like, no, like, I'm still going through puberty, guys. Like, you don't know.
I just realized something. We didn't actually introduce who we were. But if you're this far in the episodes, maybe, you should know by now who we are.
All right, so you're Vic.
I'm Victor.
I'm Adrian.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So that way you guys don't get confused.
We're like 15 minutes in, and we're figuring this out right now.
Yeah, but we'll be fine. If you're like on episode 5 and you just decided to skip, well, go back.
Listen to the first episode, then the second one, then the third one, and maybe the fourth one.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's like 4.5 hours of audio.
What?
Yeah. Oh, by now it's like 4.5 hours.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe even more.
Totally.
Yeah, like even more maybe.
I got a little confused there.
It's almost like 5 hours of audio, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, you do a lot of talking.
Yeah, I do a lot of. Actually, I don't really talk when we have other people on. I don't know why.
You like panic, so then I have to take charge.
No, you just like talking.
No.
More than I do.
No, it's just like I build on what they say, because then there's we have like these awkward stares.
Yeah.
So if someone doesn't build on it, it's kind of like it's weird, and there's no flow.
We should do this thing where as soon as we mess up, we should just like snap and then be like, we're back. And be like, that's the sign. And only people who listen to this episode will know, be like, why did this snap?
We'll only address it in this episode and never again.
We'll just be like, okay, we just had like a silent moment just now.
Watch them be like, oh, did they just do it right now? Yeah, guys, it's Saturday now. I'm sorry, the episode's 1 week late. Something came up. There was a snowstorm. The power went out. My laptop died.
How did your laptop? It's literally like it has its own battery. I don't understand how it would shut off.
Okay, look, there was this one time when where was I? I was at the college, and I was in a hallway, and all the lights in the hallway shut off. Yeah. And I'm like, what's going on? And I was like, because one of the things the school has like a generator, so like even if the power cuts off, the lights should turn back on. Yeah. But the power went out. It was really funny because they're fixing the cabling for the generator, and the power goes out, so the college doesn't have power because the generator is being fixed, and then the city's power goes out, so then it's just dark in this, like everything just everything just shut off.
Big blackout.
Yeah,
it's like an EMP went off. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's an electromagnetic pulse. It's basically a wave that shuts off everything.
Yeah. Well, like, no, so that's what happened. And it was really funny because, I remember how, like, this is this really long hallway. Yeah. All of a sudden, all the lights just shut off, and you're like, "Oh, this is sketchy."
It's like the Reapers come for me.
No, it's like, is this how I die? Someone's gonna jump out and kill me right now.
But what would you do for somebody to go such lengths?
Man, I don't know. Some people are scary. Some people are terrifying. Matter of fact, I'm terrified right now. I look out. It's dark out.
It is dark.
It's been dark since 4:30 outside.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't even know what time it is now.
Let me just reach into my pocket real casually without making too much noise.
They know already.
All right, it is 7:39.
Oh wow! I thought it was like 8. I don't know why.
I know, right? It's so late.
You're complaining about it being dark.
It's
at 7
in the summer. That the sun doesn't set till like 9?
Yeah.
Sometimes 9:30.
Oh yeah.
That's like the peak summer.
Yeah. I just loved like those time changes. How they mess people up. We either go like 1 hour or we go back 1 hour.
No, the time zone, the daylight savings thing.
Yeah.
Well, most places do that. When it's wintertime, but for us it gets real bad because even with the hour being switched, the sun sets super early. Yeah. Like I remember, like especially in December or the first weeks of December, there'll be like around the 23rd, there'll be days where the sun will literally set at like 3:30. It'll be 3:30 and the sun will be setting, and you'll be like.
And there's also like that longest day where the sun stays so long.
Yeah, well that's in June.
Yeah.
is it in June? The first day of summer is the longest day.
Yeah.
And then the first day of winter is the shortest day.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I mean daylight. There's like the shortest daylight.
Yeah.
Before everyone's like, the clock shrinks. Like, how does that work? No, it's just daylight. There's less daylight. There's very little daylight because the sun on December 21st, where we are, will set at 3:30, and then in June, the very first like day of summer, the sun won't set till like 9:30.
I don't know why Minecraft just popped into my head. How like the days like happen so fast. Like I don't even see the point of the clock item in the game.
Yeah,
because like you literally just look
outside.
Well,
it's more like, I think it's more like just a decorative piece.
But even then, it doesn't look like a real clock. So, and the clock would be moving very fast if it was. It's like a real clock. Yeah,
actually, there's some guy. I was watching this YouTube video where this guy created like a server, and you know how it was like what is it, a dimension or a portal, or I forgot what they're called, when you can have like 10 people on it.
I don't remember.
I can't remember what they're called. Anyway, but like he had one.
Oh, realm.
Yeah, realm. He created a realm, and he had like randomly letting people in, 10 people in, and he was like, he saw civilization be like created, and then randomly he'd kick someone if he saw them cheating or something like that, or if you saw them breaking someone else's buildings. It's so funny because he leaves for like a weekend and comes back, and literally the daylight and night cycles are going so fast, like you can barely fly up because it's the lag, because someone like hacked it, and it's just going day and night super fast. Yeah, no, it's just like spinning.
It's just
so
like,
funny.
Yeah, this broke my world.
Yeah, and then like he's like, and then like there's like grass.
Yeah,
there's like a hole. He falls into it. And literally he just like falls like super down to like the bottom bedrock. He hits the bedrock, and it's just like disaster. Like people were breaking things, and you can see like civilization, and someone tried to like flatten the earth and start over again. And then it was destroyed again. And like, it's just crazy how like people were destroying and creating. And then because people were trying to like create or build something cool, and then people were destroying.
Like, I don't get why people do that. Like, it looks cool, and then you're just gonna go break it. Like, come on.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Don't be that guy.
Well, like, and it was funny because some guy built like this really cool like farm system. Yeah. That like
some guy's just like, I'm gonna fix their circuit.
Well, no, he built like a ladder sort of system of like a farm, but underwater. Like, I don't know how it worked.
Oh, because like the ladder takes up a space like a block.
Yeah.
So there's an air pocket.
Yeah.
So you could probably just like.
Yeah.
Actually, no, because it takes up one block. So I don't get how you'd plant.
No, but the way he did it was really cool. If I can find the video, I'll show you. Yeah. But like, it was cool how he built like underwater. Like you could jump in the water and see down, and you can see like the wheat growing. It was cool. And I was like, dang. And someone then, like, the next time he got back on the server, it was gone. Like, no existence. It's all gone. There's lava everywhere. Yeah. It's just gone. And then, like, what was it? This one guy, he was saying how... And then, like, people started handing out diamond. People started finding diamonds. And there's, like, this one guy walking around, like, full diamond armor. And you're like, how?
Hackers.
Yeah, it's, like, straight up hacker.
It's like you got... How'd you get cheats? Like, you don't have the rights to that.
Yeah, like, straight up hacker was the funniest thing. And he's like, and randomly kicked someone. Yeah. And then everyone's like, yo, he must have... And then he's like, it's funny because in the chat, people were like, oh, he must have been cheating. Or even if he wasn't cheating, he would just randomly kick someone. He'd be like, let's pick this guy. And then he'd kick him. And then they'd be like, oh, it must have been hacking. Yo, bro. And then they'd be like, yo. And he wouldn't say anything. Like, wouldn't type of thing. He was just like moderating. He'd be like, no, kicked him.
He's funny. Just a spectator.
Yeah.
He's like, you don't belong on the circuit.
It was like an experiment, really.
Yeah. To see how people would do things.
Yeah. Well, to see if he could do it, right? Yeah. That's why, like, when they make servers, like, you can't destroy certain areas of the server. Yeah. Because, you know.
Why not?
Well, no, because everyone will just start destroying everything. So, yeah. Stop snapping. I'm gonna edit that out.
No, the people must know.
The people don't need to know.
Come on, that was actually a good silence. Like, cause there's comfortable silence, and then there's not good comfortable silence. You know, there's different kinds of silences.
Yeah, I suppose there was something. Oh yeah, this girl, this classmate of mine.
Roommates.
I don't know where I was going. This classmate of mine, she was telling me how this week there was like this guy on the bus, and he was like, he had his eyes closed, and he was like leaning forward, and like when the bus stopped, he moved back, but she's like, he like, if you didn't know any better, he would I forgot what the word's called for it, but she's saying how like you would think he's like drunk or high or something like that, but she like touched him, and the guy like woke up, but he has like this disorder where like he can literally fall asleep whenever. Like just instantly. I forgot what that's called.
I can't remember what that's called.
She told me what it was called, and she was saying how like that's the first person she meets like that.
Yeah.
And she's like, if you wouldn't have known, you know, like
you would have just thought he was very drunk or
yeah, all right. Like so, she's like, and this other guy who was there is like, well, at least he's taking the bus, right? He's not like driving around,
yeah,
because like he's on the wheel that just passes out.
Yeah,
that'd be like terrifying.
That's kind of sad though, because you're gonna be having to take the bus or a taxi for the rest of your life. Like let's say you fall asleep like right before your stop.
But it's the same thing for people with seizures.
Yeah,
I met a guy. I have a friend like that.
Yeah,
he has seizures. Well, he got his license, and like 2 weeks later he got a seizure
while driving.
No, like he was, I can't remember, something happened and he had a seizure. So like, and then after that he couldn't drive anymore. Yeah, they took his because like it could happen like at random, right? So, you know, I'm like, that sucks. He got to drive for 2 weeks.
The mysteries of the world.
What is it? And like, and now he was in programming. Was he in programming with me? I don't know. He wasn't. He must have been in like another class I took.
I love how you're just like, was he?
But he's like
acting like if I was there.
No, I can't remember. But I remember he was like married, and every time like they would come clean the snow or whatever, he tells like, I'm gonna go move the car like out of the driveway. Yeah. I'm like, that's how he fixes his itch to drive. He's just like, move the car from the driveway to the street so the kids can shuffle the snow.
Yeah. At least you get to drive.
Well, like, I mean, well, like, it's in the driveway, right? So it's not like he's gonna hurt someone. Yeah. The worst thing he can do is drive the car into the house.
That'd be very sad. Hope you have insurance.
You need insurance.
Definitely. Always get insurance.
And always get warranty.
Yeah.
Even when you think they're gonna, you know, oh, but it's so much more expensive. Always get warranty.
Unless it's like a video. But even then, if it's a very expensive video, get the warranty.
Well, no, like, I mean, like, in certain products, like, I had a pair of earphones, so wireless earphones, that, the warranty was, like, good for, like, a year.
You sound chopped.
I know, I'm spacing out.
The warranty broke out. Okay, yeah. And you had broken them after the warranty.
Yeah, oh, no, like, the power, the play button fell off. The skip and pause button, it, like, fell off. And I was like, and I literally showed to the guy, I'm like, look, I bought these like 2 weeks ago. You were literally the guy that was there with me. He's like, oh yeah, I think I remember you. Yeah, it's like, I'm like, look, literally, like, all I did was like push the button, like,
and it just popped up.
Oh, like, I'd only used it like, I think like 5 or 6 times, and the button like just fell off. And you know how I even found out? Like, I showed it to a friend of mine. It's like, oh, they're not, yo man, the power button's missing. And I'm like, what? And I put my hand in like my bag, and I'm like, oh, I found the power button.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so then the same day I went to go talk to this guy. He's like, okay, yeah, we'll give you a new one.
Damn.
Right? Like, so like,
that's
I was like,
one.
Yeah, no, but that's how the warranty works, right? So like, and I had like 3 more or 1 more after that, like if it broke again or for whatever reason. And he's like, but if like if it's actually like a manufacturing error, he's like
it's like it looks fine,
yeah,
but like
it doesn't work, or like it's like rattling, or for whatever reason it doesn't make sense, then like, you know, come in like the next day sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was that. This is probably the most boring episode so far.
Yeah, come up with something interesting. Oh, we were very unprepared for this episode.
Super unprepared, actually.
Huh?
I didn't think about anything.
Yeah, neither did I. Well, it's because we've had a pretty busy week, you know.
Yeah.
Me exams, you got placement, then work. Well, no, school.
Yeah. No, school right now is like it's really picking up now.
Yeah.
It's like I have like this weekend I have to write a journal. I have to write an assignment for my communications class. I have to fix an assignment for my communications class.
Oh, man.
I gotta do something for another class, and I need to start this other assignment. So that's like 5 things I need to do this weekend.
Damn. I'm gonna start a new semester.
Yeah, on Monday.
On Monday. That's not gonna be that difficult.
Yeah, right. So I got 5 things I gotta do this semester, and at the same time, I still gotta hang out with the fam somehow.
Yeah. Well, my first week is gonna be looking at like how the teachers are. So like if I get a teacher I really don't like, I'll switch out.
So for all the teachers listening to this,
yeah.
if your students don't like you and a few of them leave, don't question why they're leaving.
No, it's not that I don't like the teachers, it's just the methods of teaching.
No, like some teachers are really boring. Like I remember I had a teacher was
the method of teaching.
Well, like yeah, but he like
or did he have like that monotone voice? It's like, okay, guys.
Yeah, he had a monotone voice.
We're gonna be learning about quadratics.
Yeah.
As you can see.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, you're gonna put everyone to sleep. No, but like I also thought it was pretty quiet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I had a prof like that.
Yeah.
He was so monotone, and there was a different section of the same class. And I was talking with my program coordinator, and I'm like, hey, I'm an auditory learner, and this prof, he doesn't like talk loud.
Yeah.
I'm like, not just that, he
sorry, I really had to move there. Okay, sorry for interrupting. Go.
All right, and he he had to no, so they switched me out. I'm like, I'm an auditory learner. I can't sit in this guy's class. Like he's putting everyone to sleep, and I'm trying to learn.
Yeah.
So they moved me to a different section, and this prof, he was really good. Yeah. Like he actually taught. Like he was a hard marker, but he was a really good teacher. Like I remember this one time, he straight up told me, you did it all wrong. Like he didn't even look at it. He saw that first line. He's like, you did it all wrong.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
are you gonna help tell
no, I was like, so where did I mess up? And he's like, well, figure it out. And I was like, okay.
Well, obviously in the beginning, because you barely glanced at it.
Oh, like I'm like, okay. So then I was like going over the first 5 lines, because I was taking programming. Yeah. So that first 5 lines of code, I'm like, that's probably all he looked at. And it was like on the 7th line, and I was like, dang.
How did you do that?
No, he must have just like, because it was like somewhere like anywhere from like 40 to 30 lines of code. Yeah. So like the 7th line was like the executable part.
Or maybe 7 is just his favorite number. He's like, let's look at the 7th one.
No, I remember on a test, I had a prof ask us on a multiple choice question for a database what line 348 was. So there were like over 1,000 lines of code in that database, and it was like a super small database, but like 1,000 lines of code, and it's like
I don't remember. I'm gonna start writing the code.
Well, no, he told us that parts of the database would be on the exam, so we had to like learn every single line for the exam, and there was only like 3 questions from it. There was 500 questions on the exam. Right. Yeah. You think high school's hard?
I never said high school was hard. It's because in the moment, it's difficult for the individual. Yeah. But like, it won't sound difficult for you because you've already gone past that.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Also, but like now the program I'm in now is a lot easier than the program I used to be in. Yeah. So, like, I don't mind. Like, a lot of times, like, people will be like, oh, we got so much stuff to do. And I'm like...
This is nothing.
I'm like, this is easy.
He's like, I've been trained for 1 year.
No, because... Let me put it this way. So, you have... Like, most programs have, like, 6 classes. Mm-hmm. Or 7 classes a semester. And when I was in programming, each class had a lab. And we had 6 classes. So, we were doing 12 classes. And each class had a theory exam and a practical exam. So at the end of the semester, I had 12 exams to do.
Nope.
Right? So it's like, and then there'd be like other people like, oh, it's just so hard. I have 6 exams, and I'm like, or 7 exams. I'm like, that's still like 4 less than I did last. It's like 5 exams less than what I did. Yeah. But yeah, like I think that's the thing. Like it's just like difference, and also the program you take. Like people who go to become doctors, you have to memorize so much stuff. Same thing with nurses.
Well, the thing is with becoming a doctor, there are a lot of like, let's say you have like a certain symptom, the words are normally divided into like 3 chunks. So like the first couple of letters determine what section of the body.
Okay, well, how do you even know this?
I want to be a doctor.
No,
so that's how doctors know which body part it's a part of.
Wow.
So like, let's say let's say the word starts with cranial. they instantly like just the word cranial. What do you think of?
The brain.
Exactly. So let's say like it had a part of that word in something. They'd instantly think, oh, it's cranial, so which means it has to do something with the head.
Yeah.
And then they build this the second chunk of the following word. Leads to a different part of where the brain is.
Huh. Yeah. No, but like at the college, I don't get to see doctors because doctors have to go to university. Yeah. But at the college, you see nurses, a lot of nurses, and they're walking around with like an inch thick book. Yeah. Like they're walking around like these huge textbooks, and I'm like, man, like thank goodness I didn't want to be a nurse. Like that is, I guess that looks heavy. Yeah. Like my laptop is heavy enough as it is. Like, and I have e-textbooks, but like people who have to go buy the physical textbook, man, that's heavy.
Yeah, it's a lot of information, but the way it's been built.
Well, like no, but like not just that. I mean, those professions have to be done. Like, we need nurses, we need doctors. Yeah.
Well, we need engineers.
Sort of.
Well,
but I mean,
you won't get anything built if you don't have any.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, it's not like we're building new cities every other day, you know?
Yeah, but like, there's different types of engineers.
Oh, true, but I'm saying like you'll always need a doctor. You know what I mean? You'll always need a doctor. Like, honestly, like, there's no place on earth where you'll never need a doctor, unless of course you find a cure to everything. In which case. That job's now obsolete.
Like, this one pill can cure everything.
And you'll be like, oh my gosh, what are the side effects? There are no side effects. What? This revolution.
No, it'd be like, there's a side effect, but the pill solves the side effect.
No, there's a side effect. So you take this pill after you take that one. Does that one have so you take this pill too.
And there's like an endless line of pills.
So it's like you end up taking like 10 pills a day. This pill does this, and then the last one. Okay, the last side effect isn't that bad. It's like it makes you blink uncontrollably, but it only happens at random. So like it'll only happen like once a week.
Now I'm just blinking.
Or once a month, you know. That's the only side. That's not that bad. You can live with that.
Unless it was like a weird spasm where it made you scream. You'd be like, ah.
Or like a muscle spasm, you're like on the bus, right? And slap a guy across the face.
And be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm taking these 10 pills. And be like, dude, you're on something clearly because you just said 10 pills.
No, it's like, nah, man, you just slapped me. That's a sign for some. I don't know you. What did I ever do to you? In Canada, the guy who probably gets slapped be like, I'm sorry. Yeah. He's like, I just got slapped, and he'd be like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Becoming a nurse is very difficult, like being a doctor. Except that's just more schooling for being a doctor. Like, and also you can be doctors for like other things. So like you could be like a physicist and be a doctor.
Well, yeah, but that's different. That's like that's a doctor.
That's a doctor, but you can still have the word doctor.
All right, so, I don't know what else to talk about. We got 5 minutes left. Think of something.
Okay. Podcasts. Do you listen to any other podcasts beside your own podcast?
I don't listen to our podcast.
It's like,
no, I mean, like, I'll listen to it back when I edit it, but I won't listen to it because I want the the count, the episode count to be real.
I listen to our podcast because, you are the podcast. So you're basically forced into listening to it because you are making it in that exact moment.
Yeah, I suppose. But no, I listen to a few of them.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? Serial's really good.
Yeah.
What is it? The Moth.
Yeah.
Short stories. I love The Moth. So good. Yeah. And then what's the other one?
Well, don't hype them up too much. They're gonna leave us.
No. What's another one I listen to? There's a few I listen to. I can't think of them right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I listened to Michael something. Yeah, Michael something. I can't remember. Oh, the Joe Rogan podcast too.
Oh yeah.
Joe Rogan. God, I love that guy. And then what's the other one? There's one more. Oh, and I listen, and sometimes from time to time I'll listen to Views.
Oh.
The YouTubers. David Dobrik.
Yeah.
And from time to time, maybe I'll check up on Josh Peck's podcast.
Yeah.
When I'm really, really bored. When there's no new podcast, I'll be like, guess I'm listening to Josh Peck's podcast this week.
Yeah.
And I'll only listen to this week's. I won't be like, I won't go back to see like which episode I ended on now. Like I'll just start right here.
Well, we're always open for more ideas. So if you like to leave comments,
No. You don't go comment. You go. I don't think they can comment. It's more like they tweet at us.
Okay, well, you know our Twitter, right?
Yeah.
What is it? Actually, it'd be in the link below.
The @ will be at like in the description.
Wait, if there's a description, why isn't there a comment section?
I don't actually know. Also, like on Anchor, if you have Anchor, you can leave us a voice message.
Yeah.
You can leave us an actual I think you can leave us an actual message.
Who knows? Maybe you hear yourself on the podcast.
Yeah, I'll figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
Also, you could what was I gonna say?
Also, you can. I don't know.
You can email us.
Yeah, you can email us
at what is it? 2latinbrothers@gmail.com.
Yeah. And then for our Twitter is what was it?
At 2latinbrothers. But it's like the number 2, not like TOW.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't get that handle. Sucks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to call Twitter.
Yeah. So tweet at us, email us, maybe comment because we're not actually sure.
What is it? I was talking to a friend of mine and he was listening to it.
Yeah.
He's like, you keep saying you're gonna advertise it and you don't.
Yeah, like that's what I've been telling myself this entire time. I'm like, I need to advertise.
Yeah.
And then like when I'm like talking to somebody, it's just like coming from the conversation. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm doing a podcast. And it's just like, since when? I'm like 4 weeks ago.
No, it's like a month. I've been doing a podcast for a solid month.
Yeah.
Actually, I had
and they're just like, oh cool, can I be in it?
Actually,
booked till March.
I haven't actually told anyone in my program like I'm doing a podcast yet.
Come on, man.
Well, like the link is in like my Insta bio. Like as soon as they follow me, they can see it. And
True,
it's funny because like
they have no incentive.
Yeah, but I mean,
like, you should listen to my podcast. You can learn a thing or two.
I suppose, but it's not really like
we don't really learn anything. What am I saying?
Yeah, we just
like,
kind of.
Actually, we kind of did learn. So, well, you learned a little bit.
Yeah.
Because when we're talking about how doctors remember a lot of things, I gave you a nice fact. You know?
Okay, look, I didn't actually know that.
And you're still confused of how I know.
Well, like,
that.
no, I never wanted to be a doctor. I never had aspirations to be a doctor, so I never looked into that kind of stuff.
Well, I didn't really either.
Look. I have moments where, I enter that realm.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I won't go like deep dive, be like, I'm gonna be a doctor.
I want to be a doctor.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway,
well, maybe a doctor. Actually,
maybe a doctor.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure.
I'm not sure with my life.
Well, it's a good thing you still got 2 years left to figure that out.
Actually, next year I have to start really thinking about it.
Well, take all the sciences.
Yeah.
Make sure you take physics.
Yeah. Physics is annoying, but still.
No, just take physics. What is it? Yeah. So you want to wrap it up?
Yep.
Well, actually, wait. No, wrap it up. I was gonna say something else.
Decisive, man.
Well, no, I was gonna say something, but I changed my mind. It's too late now.
I still haven't even come out with like a good outro.
We don't have an outro.
We don't have an outro.
We just end it. We should just stop right now.
No, that's not a good ending. That's not epic enough. We need to be epic.
Yeah.
Okay. This has been Two Latin Brother. That's not the right one.
That's how you start the podcast.
No.
You can't start it the way it ends.
No, because I can be like, this has been Two Latin Brothers, and just be like, okay, now end it.
We should have had this conversation
beforehand.
Before the podcast recorded.
Yeah, but why not have the conversation on the podcast?
You know what? Someone tell us what to say at the end of the podcast if you want to, just...
We don't have that many listeners, which I'm saddened to say.
Okay, no, but watch. Someone respond. Also, I want to get our own theme music. Yeah. But I don't know how to. I don't know if I want to hire someone to do that.
Or you can hire yourself to do that.
I mean, I could do that, but that's. I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like if I incorporate someone else's work,
it'd be a lot better.
No. It's not. It's not that it'll be better. It's just like.
Because you're bad.
No, it's not. It's not that either. Actually, actually pretty good. It's more like that way. Like it also catches more attention.
Yeah, it'd be like written by this guy. And it'd be like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's a name people know.
No, it's not in that aspect. It's more like that guy also gets recognition. Yeah. So it doesn't just help me; it helps him build an audience as well.
Oh, we're such good people.
Well, yeah, like that's
even though it's for our selfish needs.
Well, no, like, but every time like we have a guest on, I'll link them, right? Yeah. I'll put their Insta in the description, or put their YouTube channel in the description, right? So like I go like that. Okay. I mean, I'm waiting for the guest that won't have something in the description. Yeah. I'll just be like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what to do with you.
Yeah, I'll be like, they don't believe in the internet, apparently. So that's that. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, so.
All right, we've gone way over now.
Yeah. But, you got to edit out all the breaths, Now you got to edit that out, too.
Okay, well.
Okay, so.
I'm going to leave that in.
This has been Adrian and Victor, two Latin brothers. You'll hear us next time.
Bye.
Au revoir.